Welcome, everyone, to the Gallant Goblin production of Paizo's Kingmaker, the AP where you get to make yourself a king or something like that. Joining me today is our illustrious cast of Theo, Marissa, Aphasia, Jesse, and Dave. And I am Glenn, your humble but cruel game master. This is our very first session. To set the scene, you all meet in a tavern. Wait, no. You all meet at the Lord's banquet. See, no stereotypes here. So, to start this off, all of your characters live around the Brevoy region of Galeria. And a summons has gone out, a call for heroes from Lady Algori, and you are expected to meet for a grand banquet. And either you're into it for the adventure or you just want some free food, you show up. Coming to the manor house, which, with the one possible exception of your characters, no one has ever been to. This is something that the common folk do not visit. But coming up to the grand manor here, you are met, your names are checked against the invite list. You see it's quite crowded in here. You walk in and see this spacious hall prepared for a great feast. Servants hustle and bustle about while several armed guards, Lady Jamaldi's house guards, watch over the hall from their positions against the east and west walls. To the north, a fire crackles away in a large fireplace. An iron lever secured by a lock adorns the fireplace's eastern face. Two massive crystal chandeliers hang from the ceiling 20 feet above. The walls are decorated with painted murals of idyllic woodland scenes, nymphs frolicking amid waterfalls, satyrs dancing with fawns on wooded glades, and various winged fairy creatures flitting through the trees. 9 long tables are arranged around the central portion of the room, each holding plates, utensils, mugs, goblets, and full, ready-to-be-poured pitchers of ale, wine, mead, and water. The smell of roasted meat and other delicious scents fill the room, yet no food has yet been served. The guards walk you in. You seem to be some of the last who showed up for this, and seat you at one of the long tables there amid a group. You 5, all fortunately, are sitting right across from each other, although there is a room full of exotic adventurers yet to be discovered. Let's go around, and as you're seated, let's give you a few moments to introduce your character to your fellow characters, because, with one exception, none of you know each other. I am going to go ahead and start with Marissa.
Well, hello. So I am at the very end of this table. Looking at her, she is young. She is dressed very finely. She's sitting at the end of the table, trying both to be aloof, but is obviously too excited to hold the bit. So she's kind of turned away, but her eyes are everywhere, and she's fighting to hold this grin off of her face. She is very excited to be here, but obviously trying to be away from each other, trying to be not friendly, trying to be that mysterious person at the edge of the table.
Well, I can't keep the grin off my face, but let's go to our next character there. And Aphasia, tell us a little bit about what people see.
So I'm sitting in the smack dab middle of everybody, it looks like. He is a handsome, I want to say like later, mid to late 20s looking man. He looks to be engaged, but you can kind of feel like he doesn't really want to be here. He's dressed in like nicer traveler's clothes, but he definitely is less comfortable here than he would like to be. But he still has puts on a friendly smile and, chats up with everybody as much as he can, and just trying to make people happy around him, basically, without trying to ruffle any feathers.
Very good.
So we're going with the no shirt look.
You know,
If you had abs like that, you'd wear a little close to it.
Glenn, let me ask you a quick question. Glenn, do you want us to take this opportunity to actually have our characters introduce themselves to, like names and? Or we can have an opportunity to do that later?
That's the idea. You don't need just to describe what they are, but hey, I'm whomever. And
like, are we introducing in character to the other characters?
Yeah,
yes,
I think so.
Correct. You don't know each other.
Okay.
That's my goal. Is there's a whole bit planned.
Yeah. All right.
Okay.
Well, with that clarification, let's go to Dave and this enormous orc that is taking up a large portion of this bench.
Well, you see this big blue-skinned orc. He's got a nice shade of blue all over. As he sits on the bench, he's a bit wider than everyone else, so he looks to his left, looks to his right. He's like, "All right, mate. All right. How you doing? Okay. Sorry, elbows. But yeah, nice look. I like it. Abs. Yeah, good. And
I blush a little bit.
how many spoons have I got?
Thanks.
I've got. Why have we got cutlery, and why have we got so many cutlery? What? I don't get it. Where's the food? I can smell it. Did we get here too late? I don't know. Anyway,
I don't think so.
I'm Kingsman, by the way.
Nice
All
to meet
right.
you.
Let's
Hi, Kingsman.
hop over opposite of the giant
hello.
orc is perhaps the smallest character in the group here. Little Pom Pom. Tell us about your character, Theo.
So you see this little character getting up on his chair, standing all proud.
Oh
He looks like an oversized pomegranate, wearing blue robes. He has big gold eyeglasses. He's about 3.5 feet tall, but you get the sense that he feels like he's about 8 feet tall. And he says, "Salutations. My name is NITMM Master Pom Pom, CEO of Pom Pom SN Enterprises SP, but you can call me Master Pom Pom, particularly when we're in the presence of high company. I'm originally from the Echowood Forest, but I grew up in the town of Thrushmore in Ustalov, which was an absolutely lovely little fishing village. You really should visit sometime. But it was there under the tutelage of my absolutely lovely mentor that I developed the concept that would change the world. Sustainable necromancy. Imagine having a locally sourced workforce of all natural, non-GMO corpses. That is non-glyphically modified for the undereducated among you. The spirits that we summon from the boneyard are 100% free-range pasture raised. There's just so much I could share with you about it, but I don't really want to overwhelm you, dears. But these days I mostly work in consulting, helping organizations build out their workforces in ethically sustainable ways. But I should absolutely introduce you to my lovely manservant, Carl. He accompanies me everywhere. Honestly, I think he might be a little bit obsessed with me. But just between you and me, we'll keep that between us. But I keep him around because he's really good at root massages. And he recently won the title of Thrushmore's Best Dressed Minion. I'm just so proud of him I can burst. And you see Pom Pom digging into his backpack, and he pulls out this velvet bag, and he just dumps the contents onto the ground, and then he casts a little spell over it. And suddenly, you see a bunch of bones weaving together into a skeleton, and a bunch of clothing flies in the air, and it covers up most of the skeleton until you're left with a skeleton that's just wearing a very fancy tuxedo with a rose in his lapel and a little top hat on his head. And Pom Pom says, "This is Carl, everyone. Say hello, Carl. Don't be shy." And Carl just goes, And Pom Pom says, "Isn't he just lovely? Well, I'm just so excited to meet each and every one of you." And he looks down at Marissa's character and just says, "Darling, you look so lovely. I just had to say, I love your boots. Isn't this banquet just divine?"
Thank you. Yes. I'm waiting for our final introductions before we get into Jeep roleplay. Sorry.
Oh, no. I just think this banquet is so lovely. I requested liquid sunshine, but this is all I got. It's a shame about the food, but, I'll take it up with management later.
At the conjuration of a skeleton in the midst of 40 adventurers, you see swords drawn, axes drawn, all the guards swivel to point directly at you. And the
Pom Pom
gnome
jumps
next
upon her
to
seat.
The gnome next to you,
excuse me,
dressed in purple,
everyone.
He holds up his hand. Everybody, can't you see? This is just some poor illusion. This is not a real skeleton at all.
Excuse me, you do not invite a world-renowned necromancer and not expect him to have a skeletal assistant. Don't be body-shaming my person just because he doesn't have flesh like you do. I swear, uncivilized people.
So tiresome. We have real servants here, and you do see someone come over the... sir, no spells during the banquet, please.
Fine, it was just that one. Carl is very well behaved, and he smells much better than most of the people in here.
I agree.
Isn't that right, Carl?
I second that.
Mm-hmm.
You're upsetting Carl, everybody. Please, he's very shy.
And the gnome next to you goes, oh dear, they've invited insane people to this feast.
I never.
It's lovely
you
to meet
should
you all,
once in a
but
while.
who's this one across the table from me?
It's all right. Let's move on to Jesse. Tell us about your exquisite gnome.
Yes, so I am playing Chickadee. Chickadee is very almost well dressed, very trying to impress and put on a sense of being well put together. They are here to help, here to support, very excited in a professional way. And yeah, they're just very excited to meet everyone and do what they can. They're just like, hello, hi, nice to meet everyone.
Oh, you're absolutely lovely.
Thank you. Actually, this is so wild. Al, I didn't know you were going to be here. This is crazy.
I mean, I wasn't expecting to be here either, but I was very excited about the invite. Yes, I was definitely invited.
You two know each other?
Don't tell anybody. Just don't tell it. I mean, I guess we've run in the same circles. I mean, it's not a terribly big town.
I perform for a few noble families, elves quite often, so we've run into each other.
I was gonna say, not noble. No. I just also happen to be there and also happen to perform at the parties as well.
Chickadee is like catching on to what you're trying to do and is like, okay, like, I'll let you have this one.
Trying to kick under the table.
Yeah. Sorry, I was thinking of someone else. But yeah, we've run into each other.
We definitely run in the same non-noble circles.
Mm-hmm.
Aren't they such a cute couple?
All right, a guard approaches. And
what are you talking about?
Pom, are you going to dispel Carl, or does the guard?
Absolutely not. Absolutely not. This is my manservant. You do not.
With a mighty chop, the guard cuts right through Carl, and he disappears.
I thought he was delightful.
Sure.
I mean, it looked like there was still room at the table for somebody else. We could have definitely.
I've never been so insulted in my life. They specifically invited me for my necromantic abilities, and they knew that I... Well, I will have to take this up with Lady Aldori herself later.
Well, speaking of, the food still has not been served, but you do notice this elegant lady and exquisitely dressed man come out and take seats at the head table. So let's let me show you.
Away.
You see Pom gathering up the components and stuffing them back in the bag. There's pouts. You've seen her pouting.
You see this obvious noble And you all recognize him as the mayor, Joseph Selimius. And, of course, your host, the lady Jamandi Aldori. Quite famous, and even in this setting, comes fully ready for battle.
Mm.
The only thing you can see off-putting besides her scars is her enormous elf ears, but no one dares mention that. And with that, you have the Lord Mayor rises and says, "Greetings, heroes. I am Joseph Selenius, Lord Mayor of Restov, but of course you all knew that. And this is Lady Jamaldi Olbori. We both thank you for answering her call for heroes. You may be few, but we need only the best for this great task." With that kind introduction, the lady stands, and she begins. "South of here, beyond Brevoy's borders, lie the Stolen Lands. This disputed territory has been claimed time and again by would-be settlers, but because the area has been a haven for bandits and monsters, it has never been held for long. Restov intends for this to change. If you have enough courage to drive off the dangerous denizens of the Stolen Lands, you can seize territory for yourselves and name yourselves baronesses or barons. Restov intends to recognize the legitimacy of the new rulers of this land, and none of the other neighboring realms care enough to challenge you. We are prepared to provide backing as a trade partner and military ally. If you claim this land, you will have my, indeed all of Restov's, support." She takes a goblet full of wine and raises it in toast, which is a signal for everyone else to do the same. But the details of your individual missions and charters... Sorry? See?
It's going to cover the labels. There we go.
But the details of your individual missions and charters in the Stolen Lands can wait. I raise my glass to you, brave heroes. For now, let us eat and enjoy the evening. Tomorrow promises to be a very busy day. And with that, the first course is brought out and served. It's a lovely salad and a very tasty oil. And immediately to the left of you, you see this very large barbarian woman. She says, They're serving us leaves. Who eats leaves? We use leaves for something else, said the Mammoth Lords. And the rest of you can start dining and
just so
hobnobbing if you wish.
It's rather rude to insult your hosts, especially when they provide a fine meal. Not that I would know that.
The barbarian lady scoffs at you and takes her whole mug of ale and tries to down it. She elbows the fine orc companion next to her and goes like, "Look who they invited."
You never know if you won't like it until you try it. It's quite good.
Everyone's invited. That's fine.
And eating and drinking all of, emptying your plate is a sign of a good chef. So it is recommended to eat and drink your fill. Not that I would know any of that.
Well, I can try.
Your vegetables will grow big and strong.
And there was on call.
I didn't catch everybody's name.
Oh. Go ahead.
Oh, if we're going around the table, you can call me L. You can call me L.
Oh.
Hi, completely normal adventurer.
So normal. Wow.
Yeah, completely normal. Mm-hmm. You seem nervous though, Al. You okay?
I mean, this is just my first big party in such a grand place.
Well, I'm Cayman, and I can tell you from experience these things tend to be pretty dull. So just try to relax and have a good time. Nice to meet everyone else as well. Nice to meet you.
Hi, Cayman.
Meet you.
Lovely meeting you.
And you, Big Sil.
I'm Chickadee. Hello. Might have
Hi,
heard me play
Chickadee.
some places. Kind of all around.
And
Right.
Okay, and of course
and-
we've met Master Palm. You are rather very very interesting character.
Eccentric.
Thank you.
It's a
Thank you
lovely
very
word.
much. I should have a
Very
word with
colorful.
Lady Eldori about her treatment of my manservant Carl. Carl's very sensitive, and
Carl.
I don't know.
Mm-hmm.
I think, and also, do you think they might have some liquid sunshine? I don't really know how to partake in the wine and all this meat. I'll flag down a waiter. Don't worry about me. I'll be fine. Kinda
Oh,
grumpy.
what's liquid sunshine?
Oh well, so
I mean, it
I'm a
seems
Leshy.
self-explanatory, but
Yes, no, I appreciate your curiosity. I'm a Leshy, and so I don't really eat food or drink the way you flesh creatures do. But they do make some. Normally you can put me out in the sun, and I can dig in my roots, and I feel all better in the morning. But sometimes when we go into dank places, they sell magically enhanced bottled sunshine, and it can sustain me the way rations and water can sustain you. And so, yeah, frankly, it smells disgusting in here to me. I hope that you all like it, but maybe I can find myself some sunshine to sustain myself in here.
I
yes.
hope we can find you some sunshine.
Thank
I
you.
agree.
I'm
The smell is a
sure
bit overwhelming.
Yeah, I'm sure they'll be accommodating, and we can probably find something when out on the adventures, if we're all going to be together on the adventure.
I'm just so excited to get to know each of you. You all look absolutely lovely.
So
Thank you,
with
and
that,
I can't
That's
wait
so
to
nice.
see Carl again. I guess.
Oh. Don't worry, as soon as we're out of this dreadful place, Carl will be coming back as soon as I can. You should hear his jokes. Carl is so funny.
Well,
I-
I mean,
Looking forward to it.
we should not be friends because adventurers don't make friends. They're supposed to be aloof and mysterious.
Who said that?
Why?
Mhm.
Well, that's how all of the novels go. Is adventurers are all supposed to be aloof and mysterious, and a team of mysterious members who all keep secrets and such.
Yeah, but those are novels.
I'm gonna lean across the table to Elena and try to whisper and be like, "Hey, I'm really trying to support you here. I need to know what you're doing. I need more information. I want to help you."
My parents don't know I'm here. She's also leaning over the table with just really dramatic stage whispering. My parents don't know I'm here, and I'm trying to be aloof and mysterious so word doesn't get
Okay,
back.
so we're on the down low.
We're absolutely on the down low.
Okay.
Now, are we actually whispering this, or just this is an obvious whisper kind of moment?
Attempting to whisper?
It's attempting to whisper.
Pom
I'm
Pom
just sitting
leans
here
in and
looking
says, Pom Pom leans over and says, I don't know who my parents are.
That's
then,
rather
I'm
tragic.
so sorry.
I mean,
My
that makes a
parents are
very
nobles as
very
well,
interesting
so-
interesting backstory. I hear. We'll
Oh,
have to
have any
discuss our
leads?
backstories very seriously
Yes.
around a campfire.
Speaking of backstories, I need everyone to be thinking of a few things. First of all, if we're going to be an adventuring party, branding is very important. We need an adventuring party name. I would just like to throw out
Wait.
the Royal
Who
Court
said we're
of Master
adventuring
Pom Pom.
together? What?
Isn't that what we're here
Okay, that's
for? We're gonna.
not the name we're gonna.
That's
go
one
with.
option.
I need everyone. Does everyone have a catchphrase?
We can certainly write it down to workshop at a later time. I'm sure that we can all write some options down and then vote on it, so that everybody gets a chance.
I need everyone to be thinking about their backstory so we can novelize it later and sell it for a profit, and also be thinking of any catchphrases that we can use for merchandise. We need to fund our adventure, and we do that through merchandising.
Well, I don't have a catchphrase, but I do have a theme song, and I'll cast my cantrip. What's it called? What's the cantrip called? Musical accompaniment.
Pom-pom is just
I had a musical to start playing.
Music does start playing.
Yep.
The guards
it says it's the volume of 4 people shouting, so it's quite loud.
So it's all like if the whole table just like happened to start breaking out into song during this meal.
The other bards that are already playing in the room kind of give you a scowl, but there's nothing that they're going to go do about it.
I'll dispel it.
They're just jealous of you, Chickadee. They're jealous.
It's just an example.
So let's play a little game.
Oh dear.
For those of you at home that want to play along, this is called the Influence game. This is rules that are, again, in the rule book, and actually things to roll dice and not be about combat. So, to explain this, each turn, which consists of 20 minutes of interaction, each character can either try to do a discovery on a particular NPC, and that will reveal a good skill to use to influence that NPC, or weakness or resistance, and you have a choice of spending 20 minutes doing that, or 20 minutes going over to actually try to influence that person. Each person will have different skills that you'll have to roll against to see if you create influence. A success gives you 1 influence point, a critical gives you 2 influence points, and a failure, nothing, and a critical failure, you lose an influence point.
They don't like us.
Let's go around and we'll introduce you pick out some key NPCs over here. I will say you see this group of 6 adventurers all over here in the corner. You know they're called the Iron Wraith, and they're famous for always wearing plate mail and never revealing their faces. They seem to have a very hard time trying to cram the food through the little openings in their helmet, but they're doing the best they can.
They're trying.
Down here, you see a dwarven cleric. Bald with a salt and pepper beard. He seems to be quite loquacious about his religion, but you're not really sure what it is, although you do note on his shield the large skull that you see there. The next NPC is actually right next to you, and I have shown her image once before. The famous Amiri, dressed in leathers and hide armor. She wears this enormous sword that clearly would normally be wielded by a giant. The next character is the one that already has made some introduction to Pom Pom there unfavorably. And you can see this gnome dressed in purple robes. Seems very studious. Perhaps a fellow spellcaster.
Smelly spellcaster.
Going next to Amiri there, you see this lovely halfling bard, and who has a large book always in front of her. She seems to be making sketches of everyone around the table and having a joyful time here. Going across to one of the other tables, you will see someone that actually Elena probably knows. Maegor Varn is a minor noble, well known. His family is well known amongst the nobility here. The Varn name is well established, although he's a third son, not with a lot of distinct power. But he is also known one of the handsome men around. And lastly, we have an interesting female warrior here that thinks it is quite appropriate for her to wear her full plate mail sword and shield to a banquet.
Well, I mean, the Iron Wraith did.
This is true. That at least she kept her helmet off and is eating quite elegantly. You can tell she's got a noble upbringing. So, again, going around, you have Harim, the cleric. You have Lindsay, the bard. Amiri, the barbarian. Tartuccio, the gnome sorcerer. Mager Varn, the noble. And Valerie, the plate mail-clad fighter. Oh, and I almost forgot, one of the most unique characters here is just at your same table, just north of Tartuccio. You see this very pale-skinned elf who is a bit dour, but what really stands out is this enormous, wickedly sharp scythe laying on the table right next to her. That is Jay.
I should jump in real quick and just say we're using Foundry VTT for our maps and our tokens and our art here. We want to thank them for providing this module for us to use during this adventure. So yeah, you'll be getting a little bit of a sense of how Foundry works. We're still getting used to it as well. So, you'll be learning along with us a little bit if you're not as familiar with it as we are. But yeah, so far it's lovely. I love all the dynamic lighting and everything that we have with it. Yeah, it's absolutely cool.
Hey, thanks,
The
Leo.
lighting is very cool.
Thank you, Foundry.
So, go ahead, Marissa.
It's just like, where to start? I think Elena is just going to. She's still trying to keep up this aloof adventurer bit, so she is going to sit and she is going to observe. Very obviously observe, but she's going to try to sit and observe mysteriously.
You'll have to. So pick one of the people that I've just selected from the NPC list. Which one are you going to stare at without trying to be seen staring at, and determine what characteristics are about them?
Well, definitely not Vegar. It's fine. Or Magar Varn. There we go. I pushed his name together into one on accident. How about this lovely gnome just across the table? It would make sense that we would want to get to know our dinner partners. So I'm going to watch him without trying to watch him, since he has already talked to this small group.
Very good. So you have your choice. You can use perception, society, or nature. Mm-hmm. Which check would you like to do against NPC?
Let's do some subtle societal knowledge.
Okay, well, go ahead and roll your society check.
Okay.
Say not. It's all right. It's all right. Very out of my element. Out of my element at the moment.
Yes, perhaps because it seems to be a very exotic gnome, you're not really able to determine anything special about this. I will note for all the players here that everybody does have a hero point. So when you need that reroll, that's a keen reminder.
Are we getting this refreshed every session, or how do you want to do it, Glenn?
Yeah, each session.
So only our session, so you might as well use it up.
Yeah. Well, might save that one that you roll, but so far Elena's doing all right, although not enough to pass the check. So let's go to another character. How about I'll just go around now, and let's just go to Pom Pom. What would Pom Pom like to do?
I think Pom Pom jumps up and is right next to Chickadee and says, "Chickadee, do you see that? Do you see that bard over there that looks like she might be very sweet? Would you like to go talk to her with me?"
Yeah, sure. I was interested in what she was drawing, so I was gonna go ask too, so we can go together.
Maybe she can do some sketches of us as a party that we can use as a poster.
Oh my god, yes, that sounds great.
Let's go. She kind of grabs your hand. as we kind of walk over.
The two small characters go over to the other small character at the table, and she goes, "Oh, hi, my name's Lindsay. What's your name?"
Hello, my
I'm
name
Chickadee.
is...
Sorry.
We have a little bit of lag on
now.
our system. And my name is NITMM, Master Pom Pom, CEO of Pom Pom SN Enterprises LP, but you can call me Pom Pom. It's such a pleasure to meet you. Your music was so lovely, and I see that you have a sketching pad.
Yeah, what are you
and she's
drawing?
been taking furious notes, trying to keep up with your soliloquy there, who you are, and she is so enamored. She's never met a creature quite like you, but you chit-chat with her about making some sketches, and she immediately flips to a fresh page and starts sketching both of you.
Forgot
When you chit-chat with her, what would you like to do to influence her? Any particular skill?
Let's see. I have pretty good performance, so maybe I can play a little tune as she's sketching us and be like, "Ooh, and get my flute in there."
Okay. And she'll take out her lute and say, "Let's play together, and let's see your performance check."
Okay. Let's see.
Oh. No.
Well.
You have a hero point.
I mean, first impressions aren't always the best.
You do have your hero point.
Yeah, this is the person I'm gonna be most likely to impress, so I'll do it again.
Okay.
Yeah, go for it.
Please be better.
I tell myself that every morning.
Okay.
Fantastic.
21 total.
She is very enamored of your playing, and is only. We've got to stop. We've got to get back to finishing this lovely sketch of you. How about Pom Pom? What skill would you like to try?
So help me out real quick, Glenn. You said that there's was it observing them? You can kind of figure out what skills are most useful.
Sure. So you have your choice. You can either observe and try to figure out what the best skill is to use, or a strength or weakness of that character, or you can actually try to influence them. So during each turn, you do one or the other.
I'm just gonna do a society check.
Okay.
We're just talking about the River Kingdom areas. We're just gonna do that.
Okay.
Boo! I'm gonna re-roll it.
Okay.
We're both going all in on the bard.
That's a little better.
Well, and you turn that from a failure to a success, and you gain another influence point. So you have a great time. You talking and playing for, say, 10 minutes. She shows you the sketch she quickly made. It looks kind of like a stick figure, but it'll work.
Oh, dude, that's very lovely. I'm sure you'll get better.
It's so good.
She has always to get back with her duties. But in the meantime, let's see what your fellow characters are performing here. Let's go ahead and we'll go to... who would like to go first? Kingsman?
I can go next. Yeah. The as soon as Pom Pom leaves the table, the bit that they don't see is that I reach over and the plate that was put there for them of their meat, I instantly take that. Yes, and I'm literally doing that.
The
thing
waterfowl has been brought out, so
yeah, exactly. So you get the chicken drumstick. The whole thing goes in Kingsman's mouth, and it's just a bone. That's all it is. And he starts spitting it out.
Kingman looks over and says, "That's very impressive. You have to teach me that one day."
Elle is just wide-eyed.
And he doesn't even take him out. He just sits on one side of the mouth and the other side, spits across the table, and And as he's vulgar eating, he's ripping it apart. He doesn't use the cutlery. He's just using his hands to feed himself, to help himself to as much food on his plate as he can. But it's all a ruse. It's all a tactic. What he's actually doing is he's scanning the room. He's taking his time. He's picking his targets. He's seeing who would be if something erupted here and now. Who is the weak links? Who are the strong links? Who would he have to go toe-to-toe with? Who are the strongest in the group? And one of the people he's quite anxious about is this person on his left. He's already picked out this oversized, iconic-looking sword. So what I would like to do while I'm sussing out everybody is do a discovery check on the person beside me, directly to my left.
Very good. So Amiri, who is eating just as ruthlessly as you are, however, she is not pretending. But she does grin over it. She is good stuff. You may try perception, society, or warfare. If you have, I don't think you have lore for warfare, but perception or society.
Let's try a perception.
Okay.
This a roll. Ooh,
very good.
That's 21.
Nice.
You do indeed succeed, and you know that you think you could best influence her by doing athletics prowess checks with her. She would be very impressed by seeing just what a real orc you are.
Arm wrestle.
So I'll in between portions going up to her mouth, I'll try not to interrupt, and I'll just go. So I take it you work out a lot. I mean, Cayman here, he's got abs of stone. My abs are nice and blue, and you've got abs as well. I was just wondering, between the three of us, how much do we all think we can bench press?
All right. So she just lights up at that challenge. She finishes her food, and she's going to move off, but that'll be for next turn for you to try this athletics contest.
Okay.
So now we finally get a turn for Kaman. What would you like to do?
Well, I hear Kingsman comment on my abs and say how much I can bench press. I'm like, I do a lot of walking.
Walking.
And
is that good for you? Is it walking?
Yeah, I travel a lot. I do a lot of walking.
You're more of a cardio guy. Okay.
Yeah, I'm more of a cardio kind of person. I don't really do a lot of lifting unless I absolutely need to. I'm a cleric, so I don't really do a whole lot of physical activity. But I would love to watch you two go at it. That sounds like a fantastic time.
We can. He
really tries to get himself out of this whole display of strength because he knows he's going to lose. He doesn't want to embarrass himself. So he's like,
it's all for show. It's all aesthetic.
So this body is for show. Like, this is.
What would Kaman like to do as far as an NPC to target for you?
Yes. Okay. So he noticed Elle kind of averting their gaze from Mager Varn over there. So he kind of leans over to her and says, "Hey, you seem a little nervous about this guy over here.
No.
Should I be worried?
No, I don't know him at all. I absolutely we don't know each other.
Oh, okay. Okay, cool.
I don't know him.
Sure. Okay, so great. He doesn't believe that for a second. But
she thinks she has you all fooled. She's doing such a good job.
Yeah.
Right. I'm just like, this sweet baby. Came in.
Who let this child out of the house?
Yeah, right. Being these kinds of things, being the only child of some nobles himself, he's like, okay, he knows how these things go. But he's gonna observe Mager Varn and do a societal check
Okay.
upon him.
Give me that. Give me that roll.
Okay. All right. Let's.
So you try to determine, but you're not reading any signals from him. So
Okay.
maybe a
He's the
different
true
target.
aloof one.
He just
Okay.
sits
I
there
don't
Minded his
looking very
business the
noble
whole
with his 5
time.
o'clock shadow.
Has been like eating dinner and chatting politely with his meal partners. Hasn't looked at us once.
Minding his
Correct.
complete business.
he could care less about what we're doing over here.
hmm
Mm-hmm.
All right. Well, that was the first 20 minutes of this feast, and you all had varying degrees of success. But for the second turn, let's go ahead and launch into Kingsman's athletic contest with Amiri. All right,
Absolutely
Kingsman,
fascinating.
tell me what you can take a bench and bench press, or you
Feats
can
of
do something else.
Well, did you say your name is Amiri?
Yes, that's right. From the Mammoth
Well, how
Lords.
about because these are benches. These may be too big. Let's look around, see if we can get a chair, and then we'll get one of those whatever they are. The people in the full metal jackets there. They're trying to eat through the.
The Iron
Let's check
Wraiths.
one of them. Iron Wraiths. Whatever. Let's see if we can get a chair. Put them in a chair, and then we just take it in turns to lift them. If we lift them, we get another one, and we sit him on his lap, and then we go no, we lift it. I think that's fair.
She erupts in laughter. She says, this is brilliant. Yes, let's get these useless pieces of iron going. And they don't necessarily agree. She just grabs over and grabs one and tries to hoist him up.
Oh my god.
And she goes,
Well, I did say get a chair first. It was a bit impolite just to grab someone. They might not be that friendly, but okay. And I'll grab another one and I'll lift them up.
Okay. So let's get an athletics check from you.
Okay.
Come on, Kingsman.
Boom. Boom. Rolling the dice. Oh, it's bad. It's a 13 in total.
No,
Surely you get a bonus from that chicken.
I'll give you +1
From
for
all the protein you just
Sorry.
ate.
I was
That
I was
is
looking at
over
one
to
hand and I
Cayman.
stuck the
Is
chicken
this-
in my mouth. Hold on.
Leans over to Cayman.
That
Is this what normally happens at these kinds of feasts?
No, but
Okay.
enjoy it while you can before it gets stopped. So
But
I don't
Okay.
have my glass
Alright.
like
Like,
cheers.
just-
the Iron
Just
Wraiths
wanted to
both
check.
struggle and
Yeah, no.
demand you put them down.
No, don't
Amiri
struggle.
just
Don't struggle.
yeah.
I'll drop you.
And so you kind of have to. They don't want any fights to start here, but Amiri is just laughing and starting to slap you on the back. And she had a great time with that, and you succeeded with an
So I won
influence.
then.
Yay!
You did.
No,
At least
I
someone's
won that.
successful
That's
at
good.
making
Well,
friends.
Okay, so these
Not
are you
bad.
guys are making some success here. Why don't we? Let's go back to Elena and see what she wants to try this turn.
Cayman and Kingsman have been having a conversation and watching and checking, so she is actually going to get up and make her way over to the gnome she's been basically watching this whole time, trying to find somebody to make a friend with, somebody else.
Sure.
So,
All right.
scrolling through my notes, we're gonna go back over to Hartuccio.
And he politely bows and introduces himself. Yes, my name is the Great Tartuccio. And who might you be, young lady?
This is for my notes. Oh, right. I'm Elle. You can call me Elle. I'm just new to these sorts of things and was hoping to see if anybody else had any advice for these kind of adventures.
So you start chatting with him. What skill would you like to try to exercise in your chat?
Is this one, since we're talking, we can do a diplomacy, or should I keep doing society?
You can actually try Probably diplomacy would be more appropriate with him.
All right. Like, have you ever been out into the stolen lands? Like, any advice for somebody going out there?
It's far too dangerous for somebody like you. You need to leave that to the professionals.
And you would call yourself a professional?
Of course. Just look at me.
I mean, yes, you are dressed very professionally, but it's like, have you been out into the stolen lands, and do you know anything about them?
Yes.
I
have been all over. I've been to Pitax and throughout the region. This is perfect mission for me.
Any advice you would like to share, anything you'd like?
He seems to be very bored with you, and he just turns his back to you and sits back down.
He's the worst.
She knows how to take those kinds of societal cues and graciously bows out of this attempt to get any information on where they're going. Just
right.
like, all right, thank you.
I kind of give you a little clap and a nod. Said, yeah, good job.
How about Pom Pom? Pom Pom, what would you like to do after finishing with Lindsay?
Question is, Jamandi Aldori considered part of this, or are we merely focusing on the other guests here?
No, these are just the other fellow adventurers.
Okay.
You really want to go talk to her and complain?
I do. Maybe. So I'm over here talking to Lindsay, right? Is the name the bard that we were talking to. Is it okay? Sorry, another question. Is it just the named NPCs, or have that party of the 6 people on the side? I suppose that's not really who this is intended to talk to either, right? It's mainly just the named NPCs.
You could spend your turn talking to the random adventurer, but it's not really going to progress.
That sounds like
mission.
a no.
Do it.
You can see how well Glenn is at ad-libbing, like, completely new characters.
Yeah.
I just think it would be really funny to see Pom Pom talk to those 6, like, very, like, straight edge. But no, I'm going to plop around. You see Pom Pom just, like, prancing around the room, and it's going to go up to Valerie on the other side.
Very good.
And you said to kind of get us to try to suss them out. It's like perception, or I'm sorry, what was the other one?
Well, it will vary. Are you trying to do a discovery or influence?
Discovery.
Okay. So, yes, you can use perception or society with her.
Okay. Oh, yeah. So, I'm going to...
friend, my name is Valerie. So pleased to meet you.
Oh, Valerie, I am so pleased to meet you. My name is NITMM, Master Pom Pom, CEO of Pom Pom Essen Enterprises SP, but you can call me Pom Pom. I was curious to hear your backstory. And I'll roll a society check for discovery. Sound good?
Okay. Yeah.
All right.
Let's see that roll as she tries to figure out what
that's a natural 20.
Wow!
Okay.
Period.
So,
first at 20 at the game. Yeah!
Pom Pom.
Too bad that wasn't
Pom Pom best in dungeon.
But
we're keeping score. It is a competition.
Get your choice of 2 facts. You can either find out the best possible skill to use against her, a resistance, i.e., don't do that, or a weakness, i.e., do that. Which 2 of those 3?
Those are all kind of about influence, correct?
Correct. So this is for a future influence check, so you know more about what to.
Let's learn the best thing to influence her, and I guess the weakness would be another kind of skill that I get a little bonus to. Is that what it is?
It's not necessarily a skill. It's, well, I'll tell you this and you'll figure it out. So the best skill to use against Valerie is diplomacy. And she is best influenced by someone who worships a lawful deity or appears very lawful in nature.
Oh, I think mine. Abadar is lawful, correct?
Abadar is lawful. Yes.
Yeah.
Lawful neutral.
Okay. Oh, sweet. Okay, so, but the influence check would be next time, right?
Correct. That'll be next turn.
Okay.
But
thank you.
you are set up for success if you're good in diplomacy, and
I am not.
Well, maybe
Oh no! Do you want help?
Does Pom Pom seem like Pom Pom's good at diplomacy?
Yeah, well,
No, and
a little
that's
bit.
why we love them.
all right. Well,
Pom
let's
is sharp-edged.
let's jump over to the other duo talking to Lindsay. Chickadee, would you like to try now? And I will remind you that it is perfectly fine to go back and continue the same skill in order to up your influence. In other words, when you influence, it's not like a check mark. It's a scale of points that you're trying to rack up with specific NPCs.
Hey.
And so where am I at with Lindsay right now?
You guys scored 2 influence points.
Okay. I think I'm going to look around the room, and I want to know, would I have ever performed at a gathering where this fancy man, Mager Varn, was at? Like, would I know of him and have been in the same place as him ever?
Probably not. He is a minor noble son, and so not one of the well-known ones, unless you travel in those circles.
I mean, I would perform at various noble gatherings, so if he was ever at one. I'm a highly sought after performer, so I go to all the best.
I mean,
you
can always go ask him if he remembers you. We know how that goes sometimes.
Do it. Be embarrassed.
Okay.
There might be easier targets, though, I'll tell you.
That's true. Let's see. Who else could I talk to?
They still have not. Nobody's talked with Jathal or Harem.
Or the 6 mercenaries.
You really want someone to talk to.
Can kind of toss them around like beanbags.
I'm still bench pressing them. I'm still lifting them up.
That.
120, 121, 122.
He's very strong.
Who's Jathal again? I'm trying to. I don't see that name.
Jathal
on here.
is
Pretty
the
lady
elf
at the end of the
that's-
table with the scythe.
Oh right.
So this is Jathal here.
She's right across the way, so maybe like as I'm talking to Lindsay, I might try to like listen over to see what she's about and try to observe and discover what might be good.
Okay. You can give me either perception or religion.
Let's see, what am I good at?
Everything.
I'll do religion, I think. I might not see perception.
Okay.
It should be.
Oh, no, I'll do
on
perception.
the-
Okay. Give me a roll.
Is this the correct roll? That's fine. Nope, that's not the correct roll. I'm so sorry.
It should be over on the left above initiative and under your armor class.
Yeah, it's not weird. Yeah.
If you're doing it from your character sheet. So.
Would I use my sensate gnome ability?
No, that's kind of like
better
blindsight. Think of it like that.
Okay.
Not really helping.
Just try to smell
Look
her.
at people. They all smell
Just come up
terrible.
with-
Oh no.
Yeah.
Ooh.
11?
Not a good one.
Damn it.
So
very low.
you don't learn anything by observing her. Okay. Doesn't mean you can't talk to her. All right. Now, lastly for this turn, I believe is Kimon.
Yeah.
What
Okay.
would you like?
So
Since you declined the athletics check, what would you like to do?
yeah, I'm not doing that. So I look at Harem behind me, right?
Yes.
Can I do a religion check first to see what deity he venerates?
Yes.
Mm.
Sure.
Okay, so let's go here, and then where's my religion? Let's roll.
Should be pretty good at this.
Oh, nice. 12? Oh,
12
it was a 17.
That's a
That's
7.
Not good. Not really telling you much about his religion, but if you want to just go talk religion, you could try that and influence him.
Yeah, I'm gonna go over there and talk
Okay.
religion. So I'm gonna go over there and
Give me another. So try again. Would you start exchanging things? And he seems to be a very enthusiastic and jovial dwarf. I guess.
Okay. Okay, so I walk over and I say, well met. I see.
Oh, well met to you, sir, too. And he hosts a mug of ale, as any dwarf would do.
Oh yeah, I put mine up as well. Cheers. I say, how are you finding this feast? Now?
Oh, it's right in front of me. It's perfect. That's a joke. Get it? Oh, okay.
Yes, I see. I laugh, as one would do as a noble to
Looks like you need a face.
Butter people up.
Look at how skinny you are.
Yeah, I do a lot of walking. I'm a cleric, and I travel.
Don't say. Oh, I'm a cleric myself. Grotus.
Oh, are you?
Yes, Grotus is. He will be my Lord and Savior. Well, until we all die, pretty soon. But.
Well, yeah, I'm a cleric of Desna. That's why I travel around a lot.
Desna, yes, very it's suitable. So why don't you give me a religion check to try to influence him?
Okay, hopefully I can get it this time.
You got this. We believe in you.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
17.
Yes. What I swear you got
guys
last
have
time.
a good time, and you score an influence point with him.
Nice. So we can like chat up religion and stuff like that, and like the world, and I learn more about his god and things like that.
Yes, and the more you
cleric
learn,
shit.
the less enthusiastic you are. But the world's going to end.
Yes, but might as well enjoy it before it does.
Enjoy? How can you enjoy? You know the world's going to end. Anyway, you guys go chat about that, and we will go to turn 3. So let's circle around to Dave. What does Kingsman do for this turn?
Do we still need more points from anyone else, or is it?
Yes, these are not. It's not a check block. Again, it's a scale. And other than Lindsay, you haven't passed any significant influence level. So you definitely need several more points with each of the NPCs you already engaged.
You haven't become besties with Amiri yet?
So we think 2 is a good threshold, or is there any kind of sense
2
of
is
it?
the minimum threshold.
Oh, jeez. Okay.
Threshold.
Do I already have a point with Amiri?
Okay.
You said that she was patting me on the back.
All right. So what would you like to do?
So do I already have an influence point with Amiri at that point?
You do. You have one with her from the athletics check.
Okay. Okay. So well, you got the muscle. Have you got the stomach?
All right. You want an eating contest? Excellent. And she.
Well, no, not eating.
Oh, she's
drinking.
So she's a little deflated at that. But what do you suggest?
Drinking.
And she slaps your back. I never much cared for orcs until now. And she'll grab a flagon of mead.
Well, you've never met an orc like me.
All right. What would you like to do?
Well, I tell you what. Let's get a barrel of beer, and we each start with a flagon empty, and it's whoever can empty their barrel first.
You're on. And you guys, they'll keep refilling your flagons rather than bringing a barrel out. But
They better bring
athletics
quick.
check.
Okay. Athletics. Boom. Oh, is it rolling? There we go.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's I didn't get the final number.
You not only
25.
you got not only a success, my friend, but a critical success. 2 more points for that.
Now, what I'm gonna do is the first few are fine. That I'm playing the game fair, but I'm waiting for her to get a little bit drunk, a little bit tipsy, so she's not gonna notice me throwing them behind my back. So I'm not getting drunk.
Oh.
So a little bit of this deception going on.
Okay.
Who's behind you getting like splashed with beer?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Right.
Say
There's a
they're off to
halfling
the
behind
side.
me.
All
So,
right.
yeah, it's
All
just
right.
a big puddle.
Let's
That's the
let's
next
keep going
kind
on
of-
turn number 3. And come on, are you talking to Harem? Do you want to keep talking, or do you want to go do something else?
Yeah, I'm gonna keep talking.
Okay. Another religion check.
Yeah, that's another religion check.
All right.
Nice.
Up.
Not
You
bad.
hit it on the nose, my friend. That is 2 points now with him.
Period.
Hey, you guys are rolling now. Okay, let's. I'm going to come
Religion,
down
religion, gods.
to Chickadee. What would you like to try?
Would I be able to like ask Lindsay like, hey, what's her deal? To that woman across
You
from her.
can, and she gives you a glance and like, I don't know, seems kind of goth to me, but what she doesn't. They don't know each other, so she's
Okay.
just like she doesn't seem very joyful. You want to play again?
Yeah, sure. It was
Okay.
great the first time.
All right, so let's have
And-
another performance check.
She said, I don't know. She's weird. Anyway, want to play some more music?
Yeah.
Right?
Just like a theater kid.
Oh my god,
Oh.
11.
Chickadee.
We had a few sour
I don't know
notes
what's
that time.
happening.
Fortunately, you've already used your hero points, so you're gonna have to live with
I
that.
know.
All right. Well, let's. We're gonna do a couple more, and then we're gonna wrap up this session. So, how about Elena? Would you like to try
she
this?
is just not having a good time. She's trying real hard, but she's
She's
trying.
overstimulated, isn't she?
Would I be able to like see her struggling and try to cast infectious enthusiasm? And I'll just be like really loud over with Lindsay to try to just give you like a little boost.
She's
Sure.
enthusiastic,
Yeah, I love
but
it. I'll give
These
you a
people
plus.
really love
So you get-
spells, so yeah.
You should get a +1
Okay.
oh,
Sure.
to what you
We'll
roll.
give that to you.
I appreciate it.
Elena's going to
And-
try
and-
to influence Jatho or something
Nope.
else.
She's gonna try to just talk to her and get to know her. Like, oh, we seem to be the only
I would
people
call that probably
without somebody
influence, but what
to
would you
talk
like?
Trying to
to.
get some-
I'm Elle, and she's just gonna go old fashioned hand out. I'm Elle.
Well, why don't you go ahead and give me a diplomacy check at +1?
Yay! We're gonna try. Add. Please.
Oh.
No.
Did you use your hero point yet?
I have not used it yet.
I
We're
have to
gonna
wrap,
use
you might as
that
well.
one hero
might be a
point.
good time.
Do it.
This might be. Let's do it. Try take 2. With the extra circumstance bonus. Come on.
Oh my god.
And
Well,
just
One better.
everybody else is having a grand old time.
It's not
And
you,
she's
it's
like-
me.
Change the dice.
Let's say that.
It's
But you
like
know
the
what?
dog
I
at the
feel
dog
like-
park nobody
Watching,
wants to make friends with.
I feel like this
Oh, well.
fits Elle because she's still very nervous.
Mhm.
So like this
Yeah.
kind of works out,
Totally.
you know?
It's kind of awkward
Just
at the
watching
moment.
you like,
Mhm.
All right. Well,
The
let's go
lady
around.
with
The
the scythe
last
is like,
turn
"Ugh."
3 participant is Pom Pom, who's got his or her target already pegged here. So, Pom Pom, you determined that diplomacy was the best. You do have your little symbol of Abadar giving you +2.
Okay. All right.
Would you like to
It's
try
so
a
bad.
different skill?
Did Valerie tell me
Diplomacy.
anything about her themselves?
Sure. This, I am new here. I am actually originally over from Galt, but there were unfortunate circumstances with the Order of the Rose there. So I'm trying my luck at this new kingdom.
Well, we certainly need people bringing some law and order and civilization to these wildlands, so I think that you are going to do just fine. Look at you, strapping young lady. And yeah, we'll go ahead and try diplomacy. Sure. What could possibly go wrong? I have a +0 in diplomacy.
I love it.
yay.
You get
got this.
+2 from Abadar. So
Completely untrained. It's going to be lovely. Oof. I was at
Well.
11.
but you get +2. So
Yeah.
you succeed in getting
Oh, sweet.
scoring a point
Oh.
with Valerie.
Nice.
You have a lovely chat, and you go back for the final course is being served, although you still have plenty of time in the evening. It's been about an hour. And with that, we will draw our little game to a close for this session. And pick it up next time.
Yay!
We're all
Trying.
making friends.
Hey, everybody. Take care.
Thanks all.